Hi class. I thought I'd show you another example of editing a UML diagram using the Eclipse UML ET editor. Uh, so maybe this one will go a little more smoothly than the previous two videos. The previous two videos I was getting proficient with the tool, and so you'll have to go through the difficulties that I went through. But I think I may have it down. So let's see here. Let's try and create a new UML diagram. Okay. So we'll make it a project, and the project name we'll call, how about we create a class diagram for a banking account. Okay, so we'll call this class diagram, or instead of let's call it a UML. How about that? UML diagram for bank account. Okay, and let's see, where do I want to put it? I've got a set folder here. Let's put it in my UML folder. So okay, let's do that. Let's see if I can do that. I'm not sure if it'll let me do it, but we'll give it a go. Okay, and all right, so that will be our project folder. Okay, so now we highlight that, and then I believe if we go file, no wait, what was it? It was this, right? Let's see, we right click, or was it, we have to go file, new, yeah, file, new, other. Okay, yeah, so file, new, other, and then umlet diagram. There we go, finally got it down. Okay. A lot of steps to go through, and that's because I think it has a lot to do with the Unix flavor of Eclipse. Okay, so bank bank account will be our diagram name. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's our bank account. So now we pop into the editor as soon as it configures all the resource and project files. Okay, let me see. Can I? All right, I'll just leave the one we did previously. Okay, all right. So let's start off with a bank, a simple class for a bank. So, oops, what happened here? I don't want that. Somehow it minimized it. Yeah. Um, so here's our, yeah, so what I did to get rid of all that stuff in the editor is I just double clicked on right here on simple class. Okay, so in simple class, I'm going to make this a bank class. All right. Yeah, so hang on. I think this will make more sense to you. And then the dash dash draws an underline in the diagram. Okay, and so the properties of a bank would be the name and, oh, say a code. All right. Okay. And the methods, okay, so in our bank, and I used to work for a bank, and we were always adding branches because the bank always seems to be growing. This was in Dallas. Okay, and then in underperforming bank branches, well, we want to remove a branch. Okay, what else? We can query for a branch, so get branch. Okay, okay. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to specify the exposure. So the properties name and code will both be private variables. Add branch will be a public variable. Remove branch will be a public variable. Get branch will be a public variable. And then since the since there are more than one branches, we may want to get all branches. Okay. So a customer comes into headquarters and says, "Is there a branch near my house?" So you can do a get branch, and that could probably do a lookup. All right. So so now we can resize it and see our. So I'm just dragging the border of the bank class. All right. So there's our bank class. Um, Let me save all. Okay, so evidently it's saved. All right, so now let's talk about a branch. Okay, so let's create a branch class. So I'll, oh, I did it too many times. Still too many times. Okay, too many times. So I think if I just drag it, yeah, there we go. Let me try it again. Yes, if I double click, it'll snap it to the upper left-hand corner of the editor. All right, and so now this will be the branch class. Okay, so remember a bank is composed of many branches. All right, so we have to show that relationship. So let's call this a branch class. Okay, that's the class name, and the variables will be a branch identifier or a branch code. Okay, and then the city in which the branch is located. So like if, in the case of Dallas, Dallas is surrounded by a ring of suburbs. So if your bank headquarters is in the downtown Dallas area, and then you'll have branches in about what I don't know 20 or 30 cities that ring the city of Dallas. Okay, and so you would probably want to track that. Okay, so what are some methods for the branch? Well, we can add an account, right? That's obvious. And what else? We can remove an account. Okay, all right, and we can get an account. That's important. And we can add a loan. If this is a lending institution, we'll make that a public. That's how the banks stay profitable. And we can remove a loan. And what else? And then we can, of course, get a loan. Okay, so these are the methods that a branch would perform. I would think, at least some of the more fundamental methods. Okay, so as we said, there are many branches in a bank. So how do we show the linkage? Okay, so let's go back to that University of Michigan thing right there. Okay, and so a bank is composed of branches. A bank has branches. Okay, um, and this wouldn't be an aggregation because if the bank fails, then you would think that the branches would fail along with it. Sometimes maybe a branch can be promoted to a bank, but for let's just go ahead and consider this a composition relationship. Okay, so we want to use this solid filled connector. Okay, with the diamond end. Okay, let's go back and let's okay. Let double click right there. It is. Okay, so let's do this then. I will draw my connector like this. Okay, and okay, and oops, we need to set the background color to, no, the foreground color to black, right? Or the background color, sorry, set background color to black. And I right clicked on it to set the color. Okay, so there's our relationship. And what, I guess we have to, um, we have to quantify our relationship, right? So this would be one bank. Oops, I didn't like that, did it? Put it back. Oh, that's the okay, so what we want to do is we need to quantify this relationship in some fashion. So um, what we can do is I can look for the note tool. I think there was a note, yeah. And we can take this, okay, and the note will say, okay, so we want to put a 1 at the above the black diamond to denote that one bank. All right, so we'll take that 1 and let's set the background color to none. Okay, so we'll take this. Okay, so this means one bank, and one bank is composed of, let me see, Control C, Control V, does that paste? Yeah, of many branches. So this is how you show a composition one to many. Okay, and I'll make that a star. So star means many. Okay, can I change the border color? There's no way to change the border color. Okay, we can go ahead and leave it like that. Unless there's another symbol, which I'm not seeing. So maybe you can do something clever or figure out an alternative way of labeling the ends of this relationship link. Looks like they don't allow it. Okay, So this is a composition. All right. So now here's something new. Let me drag bank down to or branch down to here. Now I'm going to add a note here. Okay. I'm going to define a business rule. So in my note, I'm going to do this. This is how you document your UML. So a bank has many branches. Okay, as you know. All right. The branches are located are, are located in zones. Okay, are located in zones. Okay, a zone for a zone. Okay, so for a zone with many branches, like a big city like Plano, Texas. Okay, a zone with many branches. I should say in a zone with many branches. There is a head office that supervises the other branches, okay, in that zone. So for instance, there may be a branch in a grocery store or a Walmart or something or Costco. And then there's a regular standalone facade, which is a branch, and that's where all the say the central server is kept, and the dial-up lines and the central accounting is kept there. And then you have these outlier um, zone sub branches, so to speak. Okay, so all right, so how do we implement this rule? Okay, and I don't think your book shows you how to, but it's not that difficult. So the way we could do that is this is called a self-referring class. Okay, and the one thing that we want to use is this rows right here. We want to use this. So let's do this. Is it going to let me do it? Maybe I should delete it. Okay. Um, no, don't do that. Okay, so there's my rows. So what I want to do then is I want to take this endpoint, put it here, and I want to take this input, do like this, then do like this, then do like that, and then connect it like that. Okay, so this is a case where a class um, is this is a self-referring class. I'm wondering if there's a reference to it in the University of Michigan. No, there's nothing here that talks about this. So this is a case where um, a class uh, is associated with another class. Self-association, I guess would be like a better terminology. I don't think it's mentioned in your book. All right, so yeah, so and I'll show you how when I label the ends of the linkage, it'll make more sense. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I were to put, all right, so again, I'll have to copy this. So I will take this. This will be how you represent the zonal head office class. Okay. So the zonal head office has the zonal head office. So let me put a note. Um, let me put a note. Where's my note tool? Set background color, let's say green, and I'll put zonal head office. Okay. So zonal head office is a branch, and it has many sub branches reporting to it. Okay. So this is how you would. This is kind of like a a hierarchy where everything's flat, and you have a head hierarchy, but all the other uh, um, classes that are linked to it are of the same type. Okay, so can I delete this? Arose is arose. Let's see. Yeah, delete this. Okay, so all right, zonal head office. Okay, so let me save this. So it's something new in the UML world. Okay, all right. So what does a branch have? Okay, well it has accounts. All right, so we need an account class. Come on. Ah, release. Okay, so we need an account class. So let's create an account class. So we'll call this account. Okay, and that's the name of the class. And what are the variables? Well, you definitely want to keep account number private, right? And you want to have a balance. You want to probably keep that private as well. Okay. All right, so those are the variables. And so what do you do with an account? Well, you debit the amount in the account. That would be a public method. Okay, what else? You credit. Okay, you add money to it. And of course, you always want to know the balance. Okay, so that's the attribution or the methodology of an account. Okay. All right, so accounts are found in branches, right? Okay, so one branch would have many accounts. Um, so let's think here. Let's go back to our UML reference. And if the branch goes away, you definitely don't want the accounts to go away. Okay, that would be a huge headache. I guess our FDIC ensures that. So this would be, so accounts are aggregated into a branch. Okay, um, if you've had a solid filled diamond, okay, then if the branch went away, your accounts would go away as well, which would be bad. Okay, so we'll assume that this is an FDIC or some sort of if it's a credit union, some sort of insurance is covering the loss of a branch. Okay, so in this case, we'll want to use a link with an open filled diamond. All right, so we would need this one. Okay, okay, so I'll drag this here, and I'll drag that there. Okay, and we'll have to label it. So we have one branch. Okay, one branch has 0 or more accounts. Okay, so in this case, depending on the nature of the business that the branch does, okay, okay, it may not hold accounts. It may have some other function. Okay, so 0 or more accounts. If it'll let me resize. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. All right. What is this? Delete that. Okay. So this is the relationship between account and branch. And I think this should make sense to you. Okay. So let me save that. All right. So now, what is an account? Well, an account can be either a savings account or a checking account. Okay. So that means that account is a superclass, the base class. And the subclasses would be checking or savings. So we want something like this. Okay. All right. So let's see. Can I scroll down? let me scroll down. I guess I have to. All right, so let's develop a savings account class. Come on. Yeah, scroll bar shows up. Okay. Okay. So we will call this our savings account class. Okay, and so what are the private? So we have a min balance, or just balance, right? And then we have a date of opening. Okay, so those would be our variables or fields. And then what do we do? What are some methods for a savings account? We can add a customer. Okay, that will be a public method. And then we can remove a customer. Okay, and of course, there are several other methods you could tack on. Okay, so we'll just keep it simple for now. All right. It's a little bit clunky on this editor, right? Okay. Okay, so this would be our savings account class. Okay, and then okay, then we have our, of course, our checking account class. So we'll call this checking account. And what do we have in our checking account? Well, we have date of opening, we have minimum balance, and then we have overdraft fee, right? Overdraft fee. And you can add as many variables as you want to. Okay, and then of course, the methods will still essentially be the same. And then we could say, oh, we want to make remove customer public. I don't know why it put a minus sign. I check that. Okay. And then of course we could say check balance or get balance. And then we could say post overdraft fee. Okay, so those are some of the methods, right? And you could add more, take out, or all right. So now, so these two classes, savings account and checking account, are inherited from the account class. So what do we need? We need the arrow construct. So do we have that here? I'm not seeing it. So we need, is there a triangle? Yeah, probably something like this. So what we can do is we can, I guess we could be a little bit clever here and, okay, so we could take this, put that there. Okay, so we'll draw a bar right like that. And basically we'll take away all of the notation. Okay, and then we could do something like this. Okay, we can do something like this. Okay, that's pretty clean. And then take away all the annotation. And then we can just copy this, right? Control C, Control V. And we could just drag this here. Like so. Okay. And then we can take the arrow tool. Okay, and we can just kind of put it start there. And we can put there. Okay, and then we need to set the background color, right? Set background color to none, right? Oops, it didn't. Set background color to white, maybe? It's not letting me change the color. Oh well, too bad. Okay, so we'll just go with that. Okay, so that shows inheritance. So there's your inheritance. Okay, and then of course, checking accounts And savings accounts, they have what? Customers, right? So you have to show a relationship between customer and account. So let's do this. We can create a simple class, okay, and we'll drag it down here. Okay, and this will be customer class. I can spell. So here's our customer. And what do we have in a customer? Well, we have a customer ID. Okay, and we have a name, and we have an address, and we have a phone. Okay, okay, and so now we just need to show relationships. Okay, so we need one of these. Okay, so let me widen this a little bit like this. Let me push it down further. Okay, and so basically I'll take this end, this link, plop it there, and plop it there. And so we need to change the relationship. So a savings account, uh, so one customer, which is M2, so one customer, okay, and so for this particular rule, we'll have 0 or 1 savings account. So in this particular branch, you can't have more than one savings account. Okay, so that's shown by this relationship. And the same will go with the checking account. Okay, so we'll plunk that there, and then we'll plunk this here. Okay, let me see if I can. Maybe I need to drop customer down. So yeah, there we go. So it makes it more legible. Okay, so there we have customer. Okay, so what else does a customer do? Customer will make a loan, right? So let's install a loan class. Okay, so here's our loan class. Okay, and we'll call this loan. Okay, and what is a loan? So we have a loan number, right? Loan number. What else? We have the loan amount, and then we have the type. Is it a mortgage, or is it a car loan, or whatever? Okay, and then we could, for a loan, we have to add customer. Okay, and then we have to put in a prepayment. Okay, and what else? We have to get EMI. Okay, what is that? Insurance or something like that? Loan insurance. So get EMI. Okay, so those are the methods for the loan class. So there's our class. And so a customer can have 0 or more loans. All right, so we need to show that relationship. So double click. So we'll have customer. Okay, come on. Okay, and we want to put that there. And we kind of like to have, if it'll let me, oops, it's not letting me. Why is it not letting me? I've always had trouble with this, right? Oh, I don't want that. I want the straight line, right? That's the wrong one. I want this one. Yeah, I don't want the arrow. I just want the link. Okay, so we'll put that there and see if we can stretch. Oh, it's still not stretching. Okay, maybe it's let's take off this. And so we have a customer having 0 or more loans, and one customer affiliated with a loan. Okay, so we'll put a 1 there. Okay, now let me stretch it to be right. For some reason now it's not bending. I guess I got carried away. Okay. Okay, let's kind of resize that. Oh, I forgot. You have to do it this way, right? You don't grab the square, you grab somewhere on the line segment. Okay, so that does it. Okay, that's how you make a. Okay, so there's our relationship between customer and loan, the cardinality. Okay, so here is your UML diagram for a bank, a very basic UML diagram. And so all you have to do then is what? Export it. Export as. So if you want to put it in your Word document, I guess you would want to put it as a PNG, right? And we'll save it here. So we'll call it bankaccount.png. And then you can just paste it into a Word document. So if you have any questions about this, by all means, uh, post your questions in the discussion forum and we'll see what we can do. Or if you notice anything quirky about this editor that doesn't answer a particular question, let us know. This is kind of an evaluation of this particular tool. Okay, so let's see. Uh, so bank account, open with, I don't know, what's an editor? Paint, Windows Photo Viewer. Okay, so there it is. Can we, there it is. So there is our bank account class. Very nice and professional looking. So um, you may choose to use a different UML editor, but I would prefer that, if at all possible, try to use one. Okay, so that's it for now.